Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
Welcome back for some more Sterling Silver Knights action here on the football field at the Castle against the Collingswood Panthers. This is going to be their biggest hurdle to get over yet, and I can't wait to start watching some of this football. The weather, really nice night for football, showing 71 currently. It'll get a little bit lower, down to about 69 degrees. Nice winds. Sun's going to set a little earlier than normal. It's going to be a lovely day for some football. Standings currently, Sterling stands atop the Royal Division at 5-0 and have not been beaten in anything. Clayton is one game under at 4-1, then Pittman and Gateway at 3-2 apiece, and the rest of the division at 0-4 underneath them. And then we look at the Patriot, the Collingswood standings, Paulsboro and West Deptford both undefeated at 5-0, and the 2-3 Pennsfield side, with Collingswood right in the middle at 3-2, with Overbrook, Audubon, and Camden Catholic end up rounding out that end. Sterling's got about 43 points per game, which is unheard of for them over the last few years, while Collinswood got about 24 per game. We give up 5 points a game on average. They give up 26 on average. A lot of differences there. Now at home, Sterling is 4-0, and the away is 1-1 for Collinswood. They have not been too bad overall. 3-2 still solid. Sterling, again, unbeaten, though. The last time Sterling ended up beating this Collinswood Panthers side was 2021, a few years back. They beat us last year 20-6, and they lead the overall series 31-27-1. Still a close series, but one the Panthers could say they run. And I mean, these two sides are really interesting throughout this year as the national anthem concludes. The history, again, Collingswood has led this series 31 wins, 27 losses, and 1 draw with the Sterling Silver Knights. So it's not an uncompetition-like style of what's called a series, but still Sterling has the underhand, and they're considered underdogs against the Panthers side. But I think this season has kind of flipped everything on its head for Sterling as a program. You can't trust the series record to show you what's going to happen on the field. As these teams start gearing up for what should be the first real test as we get into the latter half of the schedule for these two sides. Sterling, again, 5-0. I mean, last week showed I talked to one Desi Mullen Jr. earlier in the week. He had said, while we took Gloucester Catholic as a game to play, we've been looking at Collinswood for 2 weeks. They've been really hyper-focused on making this game work, and I've been hyper-focused on getting ready to watch it. And, I mean, what do you guys think? I'm Max Dubeck, joined by Jason Scholes and Gavin Murphy. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is one of the games that you kind of start out on the schedule. Even when the season began, Collingswood versus Sterling has always been a rivalry. Even when I went to Sterling from 2016 to 2020, it's always been a tough-nosed battle because we play each other every year, so we know what's going on, and they kind of understand each other's offenses and defenses, so it's always a competitive matchup.
There's been a lot of, it's both quarterbacks are seniors. Let's take a look at the kickoff, getting ready here. Jeremy Clark with the boot. And this one goes pretty far back. Return doesn't go much of anywhere. We take a look at Collingswood's starting offense here. The quarterback, number 3, John Antrill. 2 running backs, Terrence Goffrey and Caden Luby. Then the tight end, Rizier Prater. Elgin Baylor and Braden Carter. The receivers in the line at Cooper Gollin, Julian Maxwell, Ryan Prater, Tim Rambo, and Ian Hudson in the middle at center. This side again 3-2. To look forward into next week, only loss Clayton has taken on the season has been to Collinswood. It's been a really interesting side to watch to keep the stats up.
Yeah, this will be a fun game here, guys. I'm excited to watch Sterling try and continue their winning streak against a tough opponent in Collingswood.
1st and 10. Goes for a run. Gets a few yards off of it. Would be a 4 or 5 yard gain. Take a look at the Sterling defensive starters. Had a lot of consistency throughout this one. Robert Hammond, Justin Schley, quarters, both safeties Jermaine Stewart and JoJo Carter. Linebacker core, Julian O'Donnell, Jaden Williams, and Renee Camacho. The D-ends are Will Nicholas and Nolan Giles, and then Jake Churchill and Mason Neal Boyd in the middle. But I mean, this has been a really consistent defensive side for Sterling. There's been not many drives where they've been scored on.
Yeah, they've already pitched 2 shutouts. If I'm not mistaken, was it 3? How many times have we shut them out?
I believe it's been 2.
2 shutouts so far this season has been awesome. Renee Camacho is obviously a highlight. He's had a great year. Stewart has been awesome in the secondary as well, even coming up in run fits and playing the pass.
I was wrong with that. It was 3. You were right. We beat Camden Mastery a couple weeks back.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't too sure. I wasn't confident enough to say 3.
And so go back 5 yards. What it might have been a false start call.
Great penetration by not only the up front Sterling defensive lineman, but the linebackers got there pretty quick too, meeting the ball at the spot.
I mean, these 2 runs, the first one went well, but then the penalty brought him back, and the second one got him nowhere. It's rough against this offensive side to have to rush through defense that Sterling has. I mean, they have been able to rattle everyone.
And Sterling's got him in a 3rd and long now, so playbook opens up a little bit for Collingswood here, but looks like they're in a pass formation. Gotta watch for the screen.
They drop back to pass. Sends a short one. Receiver trips up on his route.
They threw a flag. I don't know about that. Looked like he tripped up to me.
They might try to call pass interference on this one.
Yeah, they call him PI.
Defensive pass interference.
That's a killer on 3rd down.
We tried to take a look at this one more time. Looks like the receiver, Baylor, trips up.
It almost looks like their legs got tangled up. Like I think our guy was trying to go make a play on the ball. He was kind of going to get there first.
Hammond was ready to cover some sort of out route.
Yeah.
Looked like Elgin Baylor might have just fallen on just a bit of a mishap. And the turf
counter.
Let's take a look at the counter run. Gets a few yards for him.
Renee Camacho in there. Not fooled by the counter at all. Following the pulling guard and tackle on that play.
He's been so good at identifying what the offense has in mind throughout this whole season.
Yeah, he's been very good at staying true to his reads, which he reads. Not only is he just looking at the running back and the ball carrier, but he's looking at the offensive line. The offensive line always tells you where the ball is going to go. That's more important than anything else. You can fake handoffs and do all this all you want, but if you're sending blockers to the hole, that's where it's going.
2nd down, and Trilly looks to throw. Sends one deep. Goes out of bounds. Moves to 3rd down.
3rd down for the Panthers.
I mean, that was just a great defensive play right there by the Sterling Knights, number 44, Will Nicholas, getting to the quarterback really quick and just not letting him really get anything up. Getting the pressure on him, he just has to kind of huck the ball down there and get nothing.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say these pressures from the Sterling Silver Knights defense have been demolishing the pocket throughout this season.
Also, it's a good job by the defender there to push the wide receiver to the sideline.
Go for another pass on 3rd down. Giles held a bit there. He's still trying to find him. Has a lot of time with some improvisation. And that'll be a drop. And fourth down.
I mean, that was a great play there by number 18, Jaden Williams. He just kind of read that ball perfectly, hit the guy right on. He couldn't really do much there. It's just great defensive all around.
And Johnny Entreley can't really go anywhere with the ball in a situation like that. It's really difficult to find your way when you're smothered by the defensive line, and they'll get ready to punt.
Which would be a flag here.
May have been on Will Nicholas. As Badaloni tried to get the kickoff.
Now it looks like they're going back.
We call a false start on the kickoff. And the punt will be from even further back now.
Ball is moved back to the 33-yard line. Remains fourth down for the Panthers.
Still fourth down. The punt does get off this time. Around midfield. The return and it's still going. Has a little bit of room. Gabe Toronto sent to a trash can on the sideline.
Whoa.
Flags all over the place.
Yeah, that was unbelievably late. He took that almost to the track.
I mean, there's just no need for that kind of horseplay.
I mean, that was a really solid return, it looked like. Before that interaction, he would have gotten to around the 40. And then it ends up being a lot more aggression after the tackle was made. If you take a look here. Return from Tirado. It's driven into the sideline of the trash can.
Yeah,
He kind of just like throws him into the Gatorade right there.
yeah, you don't want to do that. There's kids on the track.
That might have been Elgin Baylor. Or number 13 or number 18. Nonetheless, they'll be around the 25-yard line to kick off this drive.
24-yard line in Panther territory.
Foul as the snap went. He's on the defense. It's going to be not a foul, a timeout taken by Collinswood. We look at the Sterling offensive starters. Quarterback Gary Badalini, as always, got the receivers in Nolan Giles. Tailback Josh Hernandez. Another receiver, Jojo Carter, Taim Sally, as well as Will Nicholas at the tight end. The tackles, Capobianco and AJ Panarello. Guards being Julian O'Donnell, Desi Mullen, and Liam Crawford in the middle. Jaden Ollie Ward also on this side. The tailback now starting Jermaine Stewart over Hernandez, but they've been flipping drives and plays. The Collingswood defense, their starters now. They've got safeties Tasir Red, Jaden Wesley, linebacking core, Isaiah Cruz and Caden Ruby, as well as Samaj Troutman, corners, Braden Carter and James Gills, and tackles, Ryan Prater, Alex Feliciano, Rarir Prater, and Josiah Evans on the edge. This has been a pretty solid defensive side, only allowing 20 a game, which, I mean, for high school, obviously you'd want to allow less, but still not the worst outings you've seen.
What is this going to be, a sideline warning? Wait, what was this? I guess they got him offsides.
It might have been an offside.
Yeah, offsides. There was a little bit of a discussion between Sterling sideline and the near official, but I'm not sure exactly what it was about.
On the 24, Badalini gets the snap, hands it to Jermaine Stewart, tries to spin around the line, gets wrapped up. And that's not something you see when Jermaine Stewart runs. Normally he would have break a couple tackles. That time he just got wrapped up at the line.
Yeah, Collingswood's defense did a good job of filling all the gaps there, and there was just about nowhere to go for Jermaine there. He got stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and that's where you just move on to the next play.
Who's where?
2nd and 10. Badalini drops back to throw. Might have a man a little overthrown. There's a penalty marker on the field.
We got a tight end on, right?
So dirty laundry could save Sterling from an overthrow.
Yeah, he had Taim Sally open on the sideline, had him in a one-on-one situation, but just kind of left the throw a little bit too low. That's one you want to really air out, like those Russell Wilson moon balls. That's kind of what you want to see there. Give your guy a chance to make a play.
Trying to see what the call is here. He's waving off the penalty.
No flag.
No flag after all.
We're kind of getting a hot mic from the sideline over there. Oh, we have a mic over there. I see it.
Crowd mic doing its job.
Second man in, coach, was in between. That's why.
Third down now. Third and a long ways to go before a first down.
Can't forget about Jeremy Clark as a potential field goal opportunity.
Tries to throw again. This time looks a little better. That's caught for a touchdown. 6 points to Sterling. The moon ball we wanted to see a play prior. And now it's 6-0 Sterling.
I think Battellini heard me on the previous play. He had him, again, just like that, throwing the ball up in the air, throw it to a spot, and let your wide receiver make a play. What an awesome play.
I mean, that was just a great ball from earlier when he threw it a little deeper than he wanted. This time he comes back around, gets it right in his hands, and there's nothing more you can do than put on 6 on the scoreboard for these Sterling Knights tonight.
And Taim Sally both times get wide open. And I think this shows the trust they have in the offensive coordinators to call pretty much the exact same play.
Yeah, and even just Battellini's trust in Sally in that one-on-one situation, going to him not only once but twice, and he was open both times, and being able to convert on that third down is just good football.
The kick here from Jeremy Clark, and it's good. So it's going to be 7-0 Sterling Silver Knights.
And if you're Collingswood, you have to find a way to get around this defense now. I mean, we've seen in the past, there's been teams that'll play Sterling, they'll give up a couple touchdowns, and they can never mount a comeback to make it even. Collingswood has that potential to do so. They showed it with the last drive. They have those couple of plays in their back pocket. They just got to string them together the right way here.
Sterling started off this game perfectly. Exactly what you want. You defer your option, and then you go get a stop, and then you go score 6. Perfect situation for Sterling and perfect start.
About 4 minutes played, a little less than. See again, I mean, Taim Sally, he's shown throughout this season what a star he is on this offensive side. His speed is unmatched. Clark ready to kick this one off after a successful PAT a moment ago. Up the kick is around the 10-yard line, pinned back. It'll be a touchback. It'll be around the 20-yard line.
He's booming them tonight.
That's what I want to see. The next game we're going to see here on Sterling TV 19 will be this coming Monday. Girls volleyball, 5 p.m. They'll be hosting Seneca, which will be a bit of a challenge for them. They've had an interesting season, and Seneca's always been a really solid program for volleyball. If you want to watch that one live, you can do it on Channel 19 or at our YouTube at Sterling TV 19. We'll have 2 more broadcasts in the week after that, I believe on Thursday and Friday. Friday being here at the Castle for some more football against the Clayton Clippers. First and 10. He's running, he had a hole, keeps going. Stewart hit him a little late. Announcing whistle will blow. Looks like maybe a 7 or 8 yard gain. Ran by, I believe, not sure who that might have been. It's hard to tell. We can look at the number again. 23. Oh, it's Terrence Goffrey. Originally thought it was 44. Second and 2. He gets wrapped up that time.
Coach C sending the all-out blitz with the linebackers there, sending them right into the A-gaps, and they just blow up the play before it even gets a chance to develop. Really awesome play call there. Now it brings them to a 3rd and 5.
See there O'Donnell and Camacho as they celebrated, and Again, nowhere to go.
Yeah, it meets them in the backfield. They anticipated the run up the middle, and they were right. Rewarded for it as well.
Now they have to prepare for a 3rd and 5 situation. Might see some play action here.
Yeah, let's look for some pressure here from the Sterling defensive line.
Man goes in motion. They hand it off to him on a bit of a jet sweep. Still going. Taken down. He won't get the first.
Interesting call here. Obviously, you're on in your own side of the field. Are they going to go for it here on 4th down or try and punt it and flip the field position for Sterling?
It's about a 4th and 3, maybe a 4th and 2.
Looks like you've got the quarterback still in the field. Looks like they might want to go for it. If you're Sterling here, you got to watch the ball. Be very disciplined on this snap.
We've seen when teams go for it against the Sterling defense, it's ended up as great field position or 6 from Rene Camacho or someone like that.
It's an excellent opportunity here for the Sterling defense.
4th down. Looking to go for it. Quarterback takes it himself, and he will get the first. John Antrilli.
First down, the QB. First and 10 for the Panthers.
It's a smart play call, only a couple yards to go. The quarterback just take it himself.
Yeah, he did a nice job there of just finding out where the gap was in the defensive line and just going to where there's space. He knew he didn't need that many yards, and he found the space. It even opened up for him a little bit more than Sterling defense might have would have liked, but we were able to get a hold of him, and there's a new set of downs, new opportunity.
About the 32-yard line now. Antrilli lined up under center. Looking to throw. Dumps it off. Still has a little bit of room. Goes out of bounds a little bit before the first, it looks like. Still about a 9-yard game, if not a first down. They'll call it a first down.
It's kind of a fun play call there by Collingswood's offense. They actually had a dummy puller. They pulled the right guard to the left side, as you see on your screen, to the opposite side of the field. So it kind of takes the linebackers with them, leaving that flat not only open, but with room to run as well.
You see the drone rising above to show us some sun and some of the fans. Over here again, sun setting soon. Not right exactly this moment, but soon. Collingswood with another 1st and 10.
Going double tight here, 2 tight ends in the game.
Dumps it off to Goffrey again. Goffrey wants some room to run, and he's got it. Not quite a first, but still a good gain.
I mean, if you're Sterling here, you're really going to want to contain number 23, Goffrey. He looks like their go-to guy as of right now. So if I'm the Sterling Knights, I'm going to want to keep a guy always on him because it looks like he's just going to keep getting the ball as of now.
2nd and 2 scenario for Collinswood. And this is the kind of drive they need after letting up 7 points real early in this one.
A 2nd and short here for Collingswood. This is a play where it's very advantageous, a down and distance that's advantageous for the offense because it gives them a lot of opportunities to take shots down the field because they are so close to gaining a first down.
High snap, he'll take it himself. Won't work as well as the last sneak. They'll be able to get a yard. Looks like maybe a 3rd and inches scenario.
And Trilly on the keeper.
Look at it again. The QB sneak was a trusted play after last time, but the defense is a little more ready for it. They're going to have to find another answer to get through. Based on what I'm seeing, you might be able to just push Goffrey through there. Third and inches. John Antrilli under center. He'll take it himself again. He's got some room to run. Tackled by Jermaine Stewart, but not after a 1st and then some.
Almost the same play we kind of saw earlier where Antrilli was... He found space in the defensive line, and it almost was like uncomfortably too much space because now you saw that on a QB sneak. He goes for a 10-yard run. That's really not, that can't happen as far as the Sterling's defense is concerned.
If we look at rushing, prior to this, he has 2 rushing touchdowns, 140 yards rushing on the season. They love this QB sneak. Or better yet, he loves to take off. Low under center again, and Treely. This time will hand it off. Running back gets tripped up. Maybe a gain of 2 yards. Still a second and medium.
Three-yard gain on the carry tackle made to the 27. There's a second down and 7 for the Panthers.
Try to find who the running back might have been. Normally it's Terrence Crawford. Looks like they might have given it to Caden Luby that time around. Second and 7. Goes for a dump off. Has a little bit of room after the catch. Taken down after a few yards. Goes Braden Carter, the junior.
It's the first time we've seen them really try and get one of their guys out into space. I mean, they've had a couple end around plays, but they were to the tight side of the field. But this time they go to the wide side with the wide receiver screen, and it actually gives them a chance to move the ball down the field in space.
I mean, at 6'2", Braden Carter, that kind of frame is going to be difficult to get down, and he has such elusiveness. As they're about around the 18-yard line, a little more, maybe the 17. And Treely hands it off again. Oh! He got rocked on that one.
What a hit.
Only a game.
Flying in the hole.
Might have been Luby again.
Look at be number 50, Julian O'Donnell, with the hit there.
Watch him fly into your screen and really
That's
lay
just
the
a great play there.
on the ball carrier.
You look like Brian Dawkins out there.
Sterling's got to take on a bend but don't break mentality here. They let them drive all the way down the field, but they can't give up the points. They gotta stand their ground right here, backs against the wall.
About a minute 30 to go in the quarter. This drive has really run down the clock. Collingswood really able to manage the clock well. They line up for about a 2nd and 10. It's an odd snap. Might have been some sort of wildcat formation. They'll get taken down before much can happen.
I mean, that was just great pressure there by the Sterling Knights. They didn't really let anything get by them on that play. There's not much you can do with this big defensive line they got there in this backfield.
It wasn't quite a wildcat, just. And Treely really got out of the way quick. It's like Terrence Goffrey once more. I mean, he's been having a pretty solid day out there. And they line up for 3rd down. Collinswood looking for their first points on the board. And Treely looks to throw this one. Caught. Trying to get through. Won't score off this one, tackled, but not before he's inside the 5. Jaden Wesley.
It's good route concept there by Collingswood. Able to find a spot in the zone coverage, and he just sat there waiting for the pass and then tried to make a play.
And Jaden Wesley, normally strictly a safety, put out there for a play on the offense. Now they're about at the 5-yard line. Run out first quarter, and they have. So we'll get back to you after a short break going into the second quarter with Sunset. Sterling up 7-0, but that might change real shortly.
I'm so tired of entering all this discipline. I just wish there was something I could do.
We've got illegal use of the phone. Report to VPO.
Just sign in the Minga.
No. No use of the Minga pass. Going back to classroom. Late for class. Violation. Illegal wearing of the hoodie. Gray hoodie. That's a violation. Falling asleep in class. That's a violation. How many times am I going to have to tell this to you?
Clearly more than that, old geezer.
Personal foul, speaking mean to a teacher, that's a violation.
Football, Sterling up 7-0 after a good quarter of play, but a long drawn-out drive from Collingswood. And it's been working pretty well, particularly with the city skyline of Philadelphia. Sterling showing off on their TV thing. There's going to be some playoffs in Philly really soon for the Phillies as they host the Dodgers.
Should be fun, should be fun.
I was hoping to see the Reds.
I was a
run
little
attempt. Not sure if they got in. If not, it's down at the 1. They're going to call him down at the 1. Looked like it might have been Godfrey again.
This is the point. This is the point in the drive where one of Sterling's players is just going to have to make a play. Someone's got to get out there. Someone who wants to make a play, who wants to go make this drive-saving play.
Caden Luby's out there. They'll try to push him in. The sneak will be stopped, and Treeley won't get in. No, they will call it in. Looked like it might have gotten pushed back, but regardless, it'll be 7-6 now. Collinswood an extra point away from a tie game.
Hey, extra point swap! Extra point swap!
I mean, this game, already a quarter in, a lot of differences from what we've been able to see out of Sterling's offense and defense from the last 5 games where they've yet to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling defense isn't used to this. It's some adversity in this game that they're going to have to overcome in order to win. Generally, they're at this point in the game, it's kind of starting to become a blowout as far as this season has gone. But now they have to deal with this adversity, and they have to go make more stops. And not only that, but the offense has to go and score some points as well.
No good PAT, 7-6, Sterling up 1. Collingswood still fighting an uphill battle, but not by much. Take a look again. Normally on TV 19, we're normally seeing about 28-0 and all good PATs, but it's going to be a little different this time around. Sterling will be ready to get the offense back out there. Had a really short and sweet drive last time out.
Yeah, and we're fortunate to still have the lead here with that missed PAT.
The next game will be streaming here, as well as on your cable at Channel 19. Girls volleyball at 5 o'clock will be hosting Seneca here at the Castle. Girls volleyball, again, having an interesting season. Been fun to watch. They've had a lot of challenges throughout. But I think Seneca will be an interesting game, and we knew that there would be trouble with, we thought there'd be trouble with Eastern earlier when we had streamed that, and they ended up beating them 2-0. So they've shown that they could overcome adversity in this season. It's just going to be a matter of, can they get the timing down, which has been, I feel, the main issue. I'm excited to get back to streaming them, though. They've been a really solid side. Regardless of record, they have a lot of fight. We'll get a kickoff here shortly. JoJo Carter appears to be on the return. He'll get back. It'll be Justice Schley. He finds some room to run, gets down around the 35.
I mean, that was a great little run there by Justice Schley. He got the ball, and he just got a few extra yards that the Sterling offense is going to need right now.
Normally, we're used to seeing him return up to midfield, and if not that, the punt is fielded at midfield, and then he goes up to about the 30. So it's going to be a game that lowers our expectations of what this team should be, because it makes more sense for them to have these field positions and these adversities to kind of hurdle over as the game goes.
I mean, it's definitely going to be a tough road ahead for the Sterling Knights if the game is close like this, with Collingswood being as tough as they are right now.
See Battolini. Hands it off. Has some room to run. Jermaine Stewart gets to about the 42. Gets a first and a little bit more.
I mean, that was just a great play there by Jermaine Stewart with a great run to get about around 45. It was just a great gap there by the offensive line to get him right through.
See now, 46-yard line where the ball is currently at. Battolini fakes the handoff this time, has some room, gets it to Jaden Allie Ward. Allie Ward still has some room to go, shakes off a couple of tackles, gets down to the 30-yard line. A nice dump off and then some.
Great job by Battolini there. He had his first read, but he saw it wasn't open, so he was able to knock down and go through his regressions and find the open receiver, and then JoJo Carter's able to make a play.
Jaden Allie Ward.
Jaden Allie Ward. My mistake.
See, looks like they're lined up in the similar play as they have when they had scored before. Looks like there might be a timeout called prior to the snap.
It's probably a good timeout there by Collingswood because Sterling just stole the momentum with those two big plays right there.
Timeout taken by the Panthers.
They only got one timeout remaining in the half. Sterling has all three still. And now, I mean, if you're Collingswood, you have to think we're almost tied with this team. By a point, we basically are tied with this team. And Sterling, even though they can gather momentum, especially at home, the challenge is going to be mainly to be able to breach through while you're on offense like you did last drive for every drive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Collingswood's defense is aware that, you know, the Sterling offense has some premier players, and they're going to be able to put points on the board. So the offense for Collingswood is going to have to respond accordingly with points of their own.
Play will resume shortly.
We've had some great sunsets the past couple weeks. It's sunset season.
I feel like there's not many times when it isn't good there.
Yeah.
Always a good sunset at any time of the year. But when you're seeing it transition from the sunlight to the Friday night lights, it makes it feel a little different.
Absolutely. Fires me up.
Another first down to work with. Jermaine Stewart's got plenty of room. Still going, juking people out of their shoes. 15-yard gain. And they're in the red zone now.
The thing about Jermaine Stewart, and we see it all the time and time again, it's not one person taking him down, it's two people or more that have to be on top of him in order for him to get on the ground.
And something that Jermaine Stewart loves to bring to the field is his presence. He's a tall guy, he's got a lot of muscle on him. It's hard to get someone with that kind of build down, especially with how driven he is to get through. Another first down. Shovels it off to Jaden Allie Ward. Doesn't have too much room, maybe gets a yard. Play will be called dead. Now about a 2nd and 9, if not a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Sterling's had a couple chunk plays on this drive, and they're looking to finish it here. This is where it gets into the nitty-gritty. You get a little deeper into your playbook when you're in the red zone, and you know you just got to find a way to get 6.
I know if I want to throw, I'm going to try and get Nolan Giles all the way on the far left side on a slant or something like that. Instead, they'll take the handoff, get a few more yards, and keep chipping away. There should be 6 more points after a nice drive.
Yeah, they bring it down to a 3rd and short after that run play. Makes them, you know, they could be a little bit more conservative on 3rd down here. In the thought that if we don't get it, we could probably have a good opportunity at going for it on 4th.
And if not that, kicking a safe 3.
Yup. Jeremy Clark, our man.
Not too far off from the chain gains marker. And not much farther off from 6 points.
Another one-on-one at the bottom of your screen here with Taim Sally.
Allie Ward goes in motion. Try to get it to Stewart. On the handoff, not sure if he got it. They're going to say he did. First down, now officially 1st and goal, and prime opportunity to get 6.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go, quick here. Catch him in a sub.
Using Jaden Allie Ward's play on the sweep before, they'll call a touchdown there. Sterling. It's a lovely play by Sterling. They pile onto their lead, now 13-6.
Lost the ball there, but the ref says he was across the plane and was in the end zone before the ball came out. So we'll call him that a touchdown. Let's see what our replay says here.
2nd.
is so close.
That is really close.
Very close.
I mean, it's tough to officiate that if you're the referee, seeing it in full speed like that. Sterling's fortunate that it went that way because that's something that could go either way in the ref's eyes.
I mean, it was really just a great run there by Gary, other than that little almost mishap at the end. But he just gets away, and it's really close here, as you see.
I mean, we see there, it's tough to tell because we don't have a down the line angle. But I mean, his feet are on the green, kind of when the contact is initiated.
Yeah. I mean, the ball looks like it just barely gets past the line here. But it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, that's a bang-bang play. Really tough to tell.
Gary Battolini, what I believe to be his second rushing touchdown that we've seen on the season.
Yeah, Sterling's really fortunate that they got a favorable call there. I mean, we can't even really tell from up here. It really could have gone either way for the officials.
It was a really nice hit by the Collingswood defense. They kind of closed in on him on both sides.
Just dropped the shoulder.
They probably weren't trying to get the ball out. They were definitely trying to at least stop him at the 1.
Yeah, and a coaching point for a lot of coaches, obviously on Collingswood's side in this circumstance, is when you're tackling, you want to bite the ball. You want to put your face mask where the ball is and obviously wrap up with your arm, so it gives an opportunity for that ball to be punched out with the face mask.
We got a punt here from Jeremy Clark after his extra point was good to make it 14-6 Sterling Knights.
Drives this one down, out of bounds.
Oh, he touched it first. He touched it first.
It looked like he might have touched it first, but they're going to say it was out prior to contact.
Did not touch it.
With Goffrey.
He didn't touch it.
That was close. I think he touched it there.
Another close call. We've got Coach Desi Mullen Sr.
But it looks like he's going to be down on the 13 if it's not.
If we look,
he definitely touched it. Yeah.
The ball.
Our replay shows
he touches
that.
The ball.
I mean, he touched it before it went out. I mean, we got a favorable call before, so I guess we'll take it there.
But bygones be bygones.
That was a right in front of you type of thing.
And they still don't have crazy great field position from it. It's around the 35. They're still solid, but obviously the 13 is what you'd want, especially if you're Jeremy Clark. All great kicks today, whether it's for 1 point or whether it's to pin them down. And now a 1st and 10 on the 35. And truly, there'll be a flag prior to the snap.
I think this is an everybody but the center situation here. I think everybody started moving before the ball was really snapped.
Another false start call here.
Looked like the snap was late.
That it will be. So they'll go 5 yards back, 10 yards back. There's a huddle back there. It's another 5 yards back, down to 30. We're 1st and 15. Down by 8. Still only a 1 possession lead, but having to go for 2 makes it feel like a lot more than just the 7. Now 1st and 15. Has to roll out. Trying to find someone. Giles chasing him. Tries to dump it off. Finds nobody's hands.
I mean, there's nothing he could really do there. That was just a great contain by Nolan. He chased him down right to the end, and he just kind of had to dump the ball away there.
Yeah, it's hard not to feel that pressure as the quarterback. When you're trying to make your reads down the field, but you know somebody's on your back and about to get to you, it's really tough to make a play in that type of situation. And that's where you saw him. He threw it away, kind of just go to the next down with no harm.
You see him just not really able to make his read because he checks back multiple times, trying to see what time he has.
Yeah, like you said there, Max, you could see he knew the pressure was there. He saw it himself, unable to look down the field. That trips to the near side.
Runs it. Goffrey on the move. Has a first and might have some more. Good blocks from the receivers. He might go the full length of the field. 1 man to beat, and he will. There will be a penalty. Deep in the field. That great run might be called nothing.
Holding, it looks like.
Holding calls back a wonderful play. It'll remain second down, as well as the score being 14-6.
I mean, if you're Collingswood here, this is really going to have to hurt you with a great play like that gave you a 6 all the way down the field. Now you're having to go back all the way down to your opposite 20, almost 25, looks like. That's really got to suck if you're the Collingswood Panthers.
It is obvious in the replay. I saw someone was getting driven down there. We try to look at it again. It's got on the underhooks of the pads. Getting driven up after the run started breaking free. Kind of inches towards the far right middle of your screen. It's not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's brutal for Collingswood. Especially, that's one of their, obviously that would have been their biggest play of the game there, but
100%.
Generally, so far what we've seen from the Collingswood offense is slow, methodical drives with a couple 5 yards here, 2 yards there, and then get a first down. That would have been their first big play of the game. As Max knows, I keep a big play scoreboard going throughout the whole game.
Man goes in motion. Looks to throw. The screen wasn't there. Dumps it off. Taken down by Camacho real quick. And he's telling you about it.
Camacho's play recognition is really something to be said. I mean, there's everything going towards the near side of the field with the fake screen to the outside and then going to the inside, but it really fooled most of Sterling's defense there except Camacho, and he made a play in the open field. It's really impressive.
I mean, I called him this last time we broadcasted. Camacho's a spider web. Don't get entangled no matter where he is. He's ready for it. He'll catch you, and then he'll tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah, just read the play the whole way.
Third and way longer than they hoped. Collingswood. Counter run once again. Hands it off.
Flag on the field.
Flag on the field. Taken down prior to the first down.
Yeah, Collingswood is tackling guys out there on offense. Obviously, it's not allowed.
Yeah. The wrong side of the field to be tackling on. Collingswood again. See it through the motion.
Another holding.
Another holding. Ian Hudson. Seemed to be a bit distraught for that one. Their center. Yeah.
I mean, every time it looks like they're about to get something good going for their offense, it just seems to get another flag being thrown out on the field.
Yeah, they're beating themselves right now on the offensive side of the ball. And it's killing momentum. They would have completely stole the game's momentum with that long touchdown run, but all for naught because of the holding penalty.
And I mean, if you're against a team that is yet to lose, that's already added pressure. So you're seeing it kind of work against you more and more. Each penalty, it makes you not ready for it with a team mentality, and especially when you're on the away side. This atmosphere, it kind of shakes up your mental a bit. Third and even longer than before. Goes to run. Has some room. No one's there to tackle him. Still goes. He might earn back what he lost before. Stewart can't get him. They're still going. Trips up at the 10.
No flags on that one.
No flags there.
Wow.
I mean, that's just a great run. It looks like he might be gassed out on the field over there.
And they're gassed out, and the turf trip up hurt him a little more than we thought it looked.
Another counter play. They've ran that play a couple times, but Sterling's been able to keep it tamed. Obviously, on that play, it was a little bit.
I mean, that was a great play by Joffrey there.
Yeah. Like you say, Gavin, he's run the ball pretty well tonight. That's his second long run we've seen. Obviously, the one called back for the holding, but he's really running the ball well, getting skinny in the gaps, and being able to make people miss in the secondary.
I mean, he really seems like their go-to guy here. They've been getting the ball around a lot. There's not much you can do about that, but Goffrey has just been getting the ball exponentially compared to everyone else on this offensive side. And you see a drone shot here.
You take a look at some of the fans, and then we rise up to the field itself. I mean, we talk about he's been their guy. Not only that, but that counter run has been their play. And I think they've been going hand in hand like the whole first half.
Yeah, and I mean, for the most part, it really hasn't been working, but they've stayed true to their game and stayed true to calling that play, and right there, it pays dividends.
It's going to be their first and 10 in forever, it feels like, after all these penalties down the field. But they're going to be in their own red zone.
Half of the second quarter gone as they look for another touchdown to answer back to Sterling. They're in the red zone, 1st and goal. Hands it off, bounces off some defenders, gets stuck to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal.
Nice run fits there by Sterling's defense. Like, we saw him initiate contact at the line of scrimmage, but there was really nowhere to go, even if he was patient. Everybody stayed true to their gaps, so.
He goes Camden. Caden Luby has been their red zone back the whole game thus far.
This is again where I'll talk about you want to, as a defense, you want to bend, but you can't break. They obviously bent on that counter play, but at this point you still can't break. You gotta stay true and stay disciplined, especially the linebackers and the defensive linemen, because they're going to want to try and run the ball here.
They'll go for a sneak again. He gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Not by much, but still behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a favorable spot.
And it's not what you want to see if you're watching and rooting for Collinswood.
Let's go defense, take
It was Will Nicholas on the takedown there.
And Sterling doing a good job. Like I said, they're bending, but they're not breaking here. They got Collingswood in a 3rd and long, 3rd and goal, 3rd and long, and almost this is becoming a pass situation, must-pass situation. So it gives the defense the advantage as far as knowing what's going on.
The defense have some favorable positioning. They drop back to throw. Has nowhere to go. Evading pressure, sends one flying. Picked off.
Oh, it looks like he came out here.
It might have come out of his hands.
I think we recovered it. Touchback.
They're going to call it a touchback. Sterling, after losing the momentum, they pick it right back up.
That's how you battle adversity right there. Somebody is out there wanting to make a play. Everybody's picking up their other guy. The quarterback got out of the pocket, but there was a linebacker pushing, getting the pressure on him, forcing the throw, and then the ball gets tipped up, and one of our guys makes a play.
Tip drill, Justice Schley with the initial contact, then JoJo Carter with the interception. First turnover of the game.
Looked like Jaden Williams there on the interception at the very beginning, and JoJo Carter just hops on the ball at the end.
Yeah, like I said, he gets out of the pocket initially, but Noah Giles doing a good job of keeping the pressure on him, not allowing him to be able to tuck it and run, and forcing that errant throw.
As you see him on the sideline, JoJo Carter. You take a look at it one last time. I mean, plays like this are what help you keep yourselves above in the game. And they're up by 8. They look to be up by 15 by the half. It's 21-6 is your goal right now. They'll look to hand it off. They'll get a couple on the run.
Yeah, this is a situation where you want to run your 4-minute offense. Basically, obviously we've heard of 2-minute offense where you're kind of rushing. In a 4-minute offense, you want to almost be methodical and take your time a little bit, take some time off the clock in order for Collingswood to not be able to have the opportunity to get the ball back before the half.
Riley Sharp out there to get some rushing reps in now. About a 2nd and 8, looks to pass. Battolini, a little too behind. 3rd and 8 now.
Yeah, he made the right read there, just missed him, just barely missed him. Battolini's going to want that throw back. But now we take, obviously here's a 3rd and long. And it stopped the clock as well, so something to note. You really want to get this first down and keep this clock running going into half.
3rd and longer than they had hoped for. Still have to try and capitalize off the turnover.
Might be a pass play. He's calling out signals. Jermaine Stewart.
Battolini looks to find Haheem Sally, but throws an interception of his own. He might still be in. They're called down deep into Sterling territory, a little outside the 10, inside the 15.
Max, this momentum has been going back and forth like a ping pong game. It's like everybody's making a big play, but they're not making big plays back to back. Nobody is. It's Collingswood gets an interception after Sterling gets the interception after Collingswood goes for a 70-yard run.
Looked like it was. Not sure who it was there. Might have been Samaj Troutman on the interception. Yeah, it was Samaj Troutman on the interception. It's a Newton's Cradle kind of game.
Yeah, decent return there too. I mean, getting the offense being able to start in the red zone with low time on the clock.
And Treely hands this one off to Goffrey. Still fighting after a gain of a few. Still pushing up for some more.
Man, he's a tough runner.
Taken down.
I mean, he's pushing up there like Saquon tonight. It's not much getting by him. Every time he gets the ball, he's really getting up the field. It's kind of hard to stop him.
Camacho's down.
Looks like Rene Camacho might be having a bit of a knock. If we try to see what might have happened here. He might have just got caught up in the pile. Happens. It's not what you want to see, especially with someone. We're going to look at our next game here on Sterling TV 19 as well as Channel 19. Monday, coming week, volleyball, 5 p.m. Sterling. The Lady Knights will host Seneca in what should be an interesting game. Again, this will be live on both youtube.com/Sterling TV 19 as well as live on Channel 19. And we'll see Clayton come to the Castle for some more 6 p.m. football come next Friday. In 2 weeks, we'll be at Lindenwold. Then 3 weeks away, the final game of the regular season, playing the Haddon Township Hawks. Next week will be the final home game of the regular season for Sterling, but with the way this season's been, it's possible they host a couple playoff games for themselves. Thursday, we'll host the West Deptford Eagles for some boys soccer. And the next day, football, all live on youtube.com/Sterling TV 19. It'll be a fun week of sports around the castle. Call him to get Desi back on the field. The self-nicknamed Diesel Desi Mullen. And we acknowledge that here. It's a lovely nickname. Collingswood still looking for 6 more on the scoreboard. And Treely
going double tight here, running formation.
We're going to run the football. Taken down before you can get 6 on the board.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they got the first down there as well. So now they got first and goal from inside the 5. They're going quick here.
I mean, it looks like Rene Camacho is coming back on the field.
Been a timeout called prior to the snap.
Yeah, and it was a good one because we still had a guy well into the other side of the offensive backfield trying to run off the field there. It would have been a penalty and a free play if Coach Des was going to let it happen.
We heard Gavin letting us know Rene Camacho is coming back onto the field.
Yep.
We take a look at the city of Philadelphia one more time at the skyline. Going to be a lively city sooner rather than later. The Philadelphia Phillies host the LA Dodgers come tomorrow.
Yeah, we see a little bit of red in there for Red October.
Definitely be a fun game. Hoping to see a few shore bombs. Maybe Harper getting a few hits down there.
I'm hoping to not see a lot of Ohtani talk.
You know, guys, I hope if we're talking about Ohtani, we're talking about how he let up a home run to Schwarber and Harper in the first inning.
I agree.
That's what I'm calling.
Let me see some Otto Kemp dingers, too. I'd love to see him get
Maybe some Trey Turner coming back.
Trey Turner, batting title winner.
Yep.
Phillies first in, I think, about 20 years or so.
Whoa.
Let Kleber crush one.
All right, back to football. Let's get a stop here.
Different kind of hitting in this sport.
Backfield.
Try to run this one on, and they'll call it.
Looks like they're on the
No, they're not going to call
2-yard line. Looks like they got him on the 2-yard line.
I was fooled by their blocker. It looked like one of their blockers had the ball, but obviously not the case. He's the one blocker.
Yeah, he should have been blocking.
I mean, it was a great stop here by Sterling just to not get him into that touchdown zone and give Collingswood Panthers an extra 6 before half. If you're Sterling here, you got to contain everything you can. Watch number 23 and watch the outside.
Another running formation, double tight. They're going to want to try and punch it in here.
They're going to just run the QB sneak. It looks
Yeah, baby. Who else?
There. Once again, Sterling letting nothing get into the end zone.
Rene Camacho coming off the field 2 plays ago with an injury, but he's back on the field and makes his presence felt by getting into the backfield before the ball can even cross the line of scrimmage.
I mean, if you're the quarterback of any team going against Rene Camacho, it's like why I keep comparing him to a spider because that's all he is. He's everywhere, any place you need him all at once.
And a sure tackler, man. If he gets his hands on the ball carrier, he's going down.
If you watch him spin his web in the middle of the linebackers, you get caught right in it. An outside run from the quarterback, it'll be 6. It looked like it might have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it will be.
Yeah, just a sweep route, and we lost contain on the outside there, and he was able to catch the edge and run it in for 6. Now, interestingly enough here, we're going to have to go for a 2-point conversion for Collingswood because they missed the field goal. Give a little nod to Jeremy Clark. Advantageous for the Sterling Knights, but being able to stand this here and either go into the half or give your offense the ball with an opportunity to score.
It's not the QB that was one Caden Luby, but they are going to have to go for 2 here. 14-12.
Watch the motion. Same thing to the other side.
Runs it over with a sweep run. This one gets swallowed up. Collingswood down by 2.
Yeah, they just tried the same thing there. Same exact play call. It looks like it's almost a read option for the quarterback, but he gave it both times. That time we were able to stuff it up and keep contained and not let him outside.
Again, Camacho, one with the stop. Sterling won't get a very long drive. It's about 40 seconds remaining in this half of play.
Yeah, Camacho all over that one. He knew it before the play was even snapped.
Sterling might be able to get maybe 1 or 2 plays off before we head into a halftime break.
Yeah, we'll see what CJ Barrett's got rolled up his sleeves. I think they have 2 timeouts remaining in 40 seconds. See what kind of plays they're going to want to run down the field. This is where you go back to 7-on-7s in the summer and where it's all just passing. You go back to those concepts, and if you're Battellini, you're trying to remember which ones are the best ones and whom I know that's going to be open, who are my playmakers, and I got to try to find them.
Kickoff from Battellini will be coming up shortly. Collingswood still down 2, but they managed to keep it within a possession, at least currently prior to halftime. Kick is up. It's a little bit of a shorter one. We're picked up around the 40. Still trying to find his way through. Gets about the 40. Sorry, fielded at the 30, then back to the 40. Caught around the 41. And Sterling was around midfield field position.
Looks like we actually added some time to the clock here.
Yeah, it looks like it jumped up to about 50 seconds rather than 40.
Pretty good field position here for Sterling, giving them an opportunity. I expect CJ Barrett, the play caller, to be aggressive here and try and get some more points on the board before the halftime. You know, I think I called it out last week, double dip the chip, score points before the half, come out after halftime and go score some more.
And they will get the ball at the start of the third quarter, Sterling. So all the momentum in the world going in to the halftime break is what they want and need.
And you can never forget, which we never do, Jeremy Clark is kicking the football for us, so there's opportunities there as well.
Battellini lined up. Motion for Jaden Alley Ward. It's the ball. Pitches it to the running back. Has a little bit of room. Has much more than a little bit of room. Jermaine Stewart gets past midfield.
Gotta go quick.
44, and they're going to keep going.
Timeout.
They'll call a timeout.
First down.
I mean, if you're Sterling here, you really just want to get down there and score as quick as you can, get another 6 on the board, hopefully 7, and then you get the ball in the next half. I mean, it's going to bring down Collingwood Panthers' morale a little bit if they tack on a few points here with 37.2 left.
It's a good chunk play to start off a drive like that. Get your first down is what a lot of coaches will talk about, is getting that first down on a 2-minute drill and being able to get the drive started.
So once again, I am Max Zubak, joined by Gavin Murphy and Jason Scholes, son of staple here, Kevin Scholes. We have had a really fun time up here, a really more contentious game between these sides, and I'm excited to see who come after the half. And I think that, I mean, both of these sides have shown so much promise throughout the first half, most definitely. See Badalini ready for first down at the 44, looking to throw. Tries to dump it off, gets picked off. It looks like it's going to go for 6. Collingswood takes the lead late. Lovely play by, once again, Samaj Troutman.
Yeah, awesome play there by Samaj Troutman. Reading the screen and being able to get there before the actual receiver could catch the ball and picking off that pass before. And that's a staple play for Sterling, too. That's one of their best plays. We've talked about it a ton. And unfortunately, it really goes the wrong way this time.
I mean, after it's been picked off twice now, going into the second half, I think they need to be calling plays where they have a screen ready, but they've got someone on a go route to go to. It looks like they're going to go for 2 again, try to even out the score a little bit to 20-14.
Yeah, it makes sense. Make it a touchdown away, full touchdown.
They're going to call a final timeout.
Yeah, Sterling's going to call their final timeout.
Try and ice the offense a little bit.
Man, that's an unfortunate way to end the half.
I mean, it really does hurt here. If you're Sterling, you're trying to get the ball down there for another 6 to go into the next half, be up by a lot more than you were, and you just give the ball to the defense and let them get them down for another 6 to bring them up 18-14. Collingswood.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit here, Max and Gavin, but this game has been going back and forth like ping pong. The momentum swings have been insane.
Some other Sterling sports news. Girls volleyball got a win over Hamilton and an away game, 2-1 win. Giving them some momentum going into the Monday game against Seneca, which we will see live here on Channel 19. Now the 2-point conversion attempt will be up and running shortly. The Panthers look to extend from a 4-point to a 6-point lead. Watch out for another QB sneak attempt here. It's been something they've relied on throughout this first half. He looks to roll out and dump one off. Don't know if he had caught her or if it was batted down.
Jermaine Stewart running over and batting it out of the way. So it was open. Quarterback waited a little bit too long, and Jermaine Stewart was able to get over there and make a defensive play.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had him there, but Stewart closed the gap. Which is exactly what you want to see. And now Sterling still have 30 seconds, but no way to stop the clock. Collingswood still has 1 timeout remaining, though I doubt they'll have any need to use it. They'll maybe get 1 play off after the kickoff. We take a look at the remaining strands of the sunset on your screen. It's a lovely color of the sky before we turn pitch black and the lights really shine here on the turf.
Yeah, I mean, the second half, maybe we'll be looking at the moon. The moon's pretty excellent tonight, too.
It was looking like something straight out of a La La Land scene.
Man's favorite film.
I do say.
Collingswood looks to punt 1 more time.
At this point, if you're Sterling, you don't want any more funny business. Just try and get to the half.
Squib kick, picked up around the 35. Has to gooch around his own players. Still moving. Giles down about the 37.
Oh.
A little bit of extracurricular. And Camacho defending his teammate.
Everybody roll off. Everybody roll off.
Too little time in the first half to be worried about this. Around the 37s where this drive will start. Wasn't a bad return, just ended up not being positioning. He couldn't quite cross the field and find an opening.
Yeah, if you're Sterling here, I mean, 19 seconds left on the clock. You either take a knee or run the ball. Make sure, like I said, no phony business before the end of the half. You get the ball at halftime, opportunity to score and retake the lead.
The handoff to Stewart would be what I would do. Snaps the ball, hands it off to Stewart. Might have a little bit of room, makes some contact, stays on his feet. Flag on the play.
Just gonna stop the clock.
We'll stop the clock. It looked like there might have been a little bit of excessive driving. Maybe a face mask. Saw one.
Another one, too. They just threw a flag just now.
Second flag came flying out just now after the play.
That was as late as it gets. I think they were talking back and forth, and I mean, the refs are right there. They could hear it all.
Either some player chirping or some ref chirping. The one looked like it might have been...
These might be offsetting.
Could be offsetting. It looked like the first one was against Collinswood. Julian O'Donnell was laid out whenever the flag was thrown towards the line of scrimmage. That's the second one. Not a clue in the world.
Fellas in stripes working it all out.
Oh, it might have even been some ref chirping.
Well, look, so he's going into his booklet, which usually means it's a personal foul towards disqualification. So they're going to be writing him down and taking note of that. So that could potentially be noteworthy.
They're called holding on the offense.
Personal
foul on the offense.
Unsportsmanlike, okay.
Unsportsmanlike. A few different calls there.
We're not yet sure how they're gonna multiple fouls.
Sound like an illegal block in the back by number 1.
And then a hold from Stewart.
We go back 15.
For the two,
gotta have your TV volume all the way up for that one. Could kind of hear him.
The calls we heard: a declined illegal block in the back off of Jaden Ollie Ward, then a holding on Jermaine Stewart, and then way after the play, Isaiah Cruz.
I think they're doing some math on the penalties there to make it 1st and now 5 for Sterling.
Doing some long division. They end up 5 yards ahead. And Sterling has some decent field position.
And the clock's running too. I think they're just going to run it out.
I think they're going to wait for halftime to come and a break to relieve them of what is now a 4-point deficit. This might be the first time at the half Sterling's been down the whole season, and they'll look to reverse that score as soon as we can. So after one half of football, the Collingswood Panthers go up 4 points, 18-14. Certainly looking to bounce back. We're looking to see all of it as we get into the second half as soon as we can. See you after.
Douglas. Here. Brody. Here. Joshua.
I don't think he signed up for flex time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm too late.
Help me, please! Help!
Oh, nice one, man. You should start hanging with me.
Okay.
Yo, gang, look at this. Go show him who's boss.
Go to VPO. Well, you know, Mr. Jericho, I guess it started with peer pressure.
Good, I guess. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this, that, everything, you know, like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I see you. I'm gonna get going now.
Alright. I'll see you.
Hey,
Robbie.
is that Brian over there? How's he doing?
I don't even know.
I'm out of beer! Well, we need to go get some more. It's still dry. Yeah, let's go! Dude, take the seatbelts off. What are we doing? Yeah, you're right. I'm ready to drive. Yeah!
Don't drink and drive.
Sandwich truck? Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
great, man. May I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, you may use the bathroom.
Yo, what happened to you? Wait. Man, screw that.
What happened to Doug?
Because he was vaping and thought it wouldn't hurt him at all.
And remember, stay clean, refresh chicken.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my things.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh, wow, really? All right, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
decision. Not wearing a seatbelt while driving increases fatal injuries by 78%. Hitting the windshield without a seatbelt feels like getting knocked out by an Olympic heavyweight boxer. Four times. The initial impact of a car crash is multiplied without a seatbelt. It feels like being tackled by 3 defensive backs running at full speed.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Good choice. Buckle up. It's not worth being a statistic.
Hey Liz, what's up? Hey Maddie.
Why are you wearing Crocs?
They're so comfortable, you should really get a pair.
Maddie, take them off. They're so ugly.
Three days later.
Hi. Hey. You're wearing Crocs? You're wearing sneakers? I thought you said those were ugly.
Well, I guess they are kind of comfy.
Do you want these? You definitely want these, right? I really think you want these cookies.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
No. No. No.
We are back with a halftime performance done and a nice break taken after a really back and forth first half of football. We've got ourselves the third quarter of football here at the Castle. Collingswood leads the Sterling Silver Knights by 4 points, 18-14. But Sterling will get the ball first, and that'll be shortly. Punt is up, fielded about the 35 once more, tries to find an outside angle, taken down around the 38. We should have some more accurate views of things. He's got a better view now. As the lights come on, it's a lot easier to see what's going on out there.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, this is the first time this season that Sterling has faced this much adversity in any game so far. So it's really about how are they going to respond physically, mentally, and how are they going to execute each play and remain focused and forget about what the scoreboard says. Remain focused and do your job.
If they are to focus on what the scoreboard says, most teams have not scored this much. In fact, no team has scored this much against Sterling in a game, let alone a half, this season. And while Sterling's got an uphill battle, they've fought that battle many a time. Battolini in the backfield, had a couple of throws, sends it a little late, gets a few yards off of that one. It's Jermaine Stewart with the reception.
Sterling's fortunate to start with the ball going into the half. Obviously, they're down 4 points, but they have the opportunity to drive down the field and take the lead.
Oh, I was wrong. That was a nice run. This is something to make just because it's been fooling me as well as defenses. Those option plays where he has Ollie Ward in the sweep, can hand it up the middle, or can pass it to someone on the side. They've been really good at selling these screens and triple options like that. Now, 2nd and 5 scenario. Trying to get past exactly midfield. A low snap. Battellini rolls out of the pocket. Dumps it off to Will Nicholas.
Oh, he got that.
As a first. Penalty marker on the field, however.
Yeah, on the far side of the field, around the line of scrimmage.
And again,
yeah, not a good look.
Call holding.
Will Nicholas, real nice play there too. Knowing where the sticks are, he reached. I'm watching it down the line right here. I saw him reach right to the first down, and he got it. But it's unfortunately going to get called back.
He has a lot of awareness. Will Nicholas, very good at what he does. And that's the holding on the Sterling defense, Sterling offense that we thought we called there. You see again, it might have actually been on Will Nicholas. Looked like he had a hold and then pushed off to try and get open. Now 2nd and 15, the ball on the 35, and a lot more of a hike. Another snap, this one hands off to Amir Stewart. Jermaine Stewart gets a few more.
It takes more than one person to take him down. Always. We've seen it time and time again.
I mean, that was a great play by him here. It looked like he was about to get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, and he just rumbles for a little bit more. It took at least 2-3 guys to take him down there.
And we even saw it a few weeks ago against the Gators, where you just can't count him out of a play. Even if he gets swallowed up in the backfield, he's spinning off, he's bouncing off guys and getting positive yardage.
He reminds me of rookie year Damian Pierce. That's what he reminds me of a couple years back. Talking about Gators. Talking about Florida.
There you go.
Third, about halfway. Battellini has some room. Sends it over. Overthrown to Jaden Allie Ward. And now 4th and 9.
I mean, he's not going to miss that very many times, Gary. I mean, that's a almost great ball for him right here. He just threw it a little bit over, put a little too much oomph in it. And if he had that, that would have been a great chunk of yardage.
And credit
for
to the offensive line. I mean, Battellini had all day back there. Was able to run through all his progressions. That is like the latest progression in that play, and he was able to find it and just missed him.
Looking like the Eagles offense out there. Looks like it's going to be a jump. Number 7 on the receiving team.
The jump.
That's good. I mean, that gives us another 5.
Abraham Dodal
could potentially change the decision here. We'll see what Coach Dez does.
Will be 4th down, but they might get it up 5 yards up.
Hey, do it again. See if we can steal one here.
You've seen him run special teams fakes before. Why not try it here?
On 4 and 5.
They're way off the ball now.
Yeah.
Being super cautious. Punts up and away. Drops, keeps.
That's a great punt.
Excellent. No one touched it.
That is almost a perfect punt right there.
Lovely ball from Jeremy Clark. That might not have been Clark. That might have been Giles.
Looks like he got it down at the 6.
Incredible punting and kickoffs from these two kicking. I mean, they've been great.
Just going back to that, when they had them jump off sides there, it's a thing that the kicking team will do sometimes. Like, you know how generally in an offensive stance, the offensive linemen put their hands down?
Yeah.
So on that play, all the offensive linemen, which they're just protectors on the punt, they don't put their hands down. They go 2 feet, and then they keep their hands on their knees. And then sometimes they'll just snap their hands down. It looks like they're false starting, but they're not, and it's allowed, and it often makes the other side jump.
Now the 6. Try to hand it off. He gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, the situation now.
I mean, that was just a great breakthrough right here by number 79, Jake Churchill, senior D lineman. I mean, he just got right on there. There's not much you can do when that big guy's coming and running after you.
Yeah, once he got a hold of him, he wasn't letting go.
he's been someone who's had an interesting journey throughout his 4 years on this team. Always had a spot on varsity just for the presence he can put onto the line. And he's been showing it more and more after each season. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 6-yard line. You'd think this would be bad, but if Collinswood can get rolling, this is exactly the field position they want. Take up as much time as they can. They hand off again. Not much to speak of there either. Maybe a gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Whoa!
Punch thrown.
Looks like a punch thrown by number 54.
Camacho, 54 swung on Camacho. Tim Rambo was behind the head.
That's illegal.
That's criminal. So you hear they're waiting. He kind of initiates it.
Yeah.
He does kind of initiate it.
I don't know.
I'm not sure he's trying.
I think we're looking at 54 on Collingswood here. He's blocking. Threw one there too.
Shoves off.
Jeez. Is he boxing?
Looks like Camacho gets up and they gets put him behind bars. Put him on.
I mean, he's got to be looking for justice out there, Rene Camacho.
We see again.
Oh no, he's
good
open.
Pressure. He's wide open. Has a first and then some. Still in bounds. Toe tapping gets down by Jermaine Stewart around the 38. No, 42, excuse me.
The ref didn't see that earlier?
No way the guy in the backfield didn't see that.
Well, I'm curious. He might not have been looking that way.
No.
Yeah. But nonetheless, you can't allow that for Sterling's defense on that play right there. It's just a big chunk play that got him out of their own, their own red zone. The quarterback has some more breathing room if he wanted to throw it.
If we're counting on the big play scoreboard, that's got to be one of them. That's one of their biggest plays.
I mean, especially, what was that, 3rd down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
3rd and 10. Maybe a little less, 3rd and 8. But now 1st and 10. 41-yard line. They hand it off again. Again has some room to breathe. 5 or 6 yard gain. In the run game for the Collingswood Panthers, I think we knew going into it they'd be able to run. But they've been really heavily relying on it. It's been working pretty well.
Yeah, they've been starting to find some more success moving forward here. And I mean, number 23 has really been running the ball pretty well tonight.
Second and 3.
They're lined up off sides. I mean, I can see it from here.
Nothing called. The run gets stopped after enough.
Ball.
So the ball came out?
Nah, never mind. Sorry. Good hit by Jermaine Stewart there. He got to the 2nd level, and once you get to the 2nd level against Jermaine Stewart, it's watch out.
Goffrey got taken down after a nice gain that secured a 1st.
Yeah, watch this hit here.
He drops right down to your hips and he gets you there.
When Jermaine Stewart hits somebody, they go backwards.
He's a driving force wherever he is. Now the ball on the 48-yard line.
Defense has to find a way to make a stop here. Everybody do your job. Key in on your reads. Find a way.
It's a one-on-one matchup on the far side. Pitch run. Gets some progress. Taken down around the marker for a 1st. Not sure if they'll give it to him. Looks like it'll be maybe a 2nd and inches kind of scenario.
I mean, Sterling really can't be letting up these kind of chunk plays on the running part of their defense. The running part of their defense has been pretty solid this whole year round. It's been almost untouchable, but tonight it really looks like they're kind of getting it handed to them on the run side of Collingwood's offense. It's kind of hard to stop number 23 in that backfield.
And a fitting way we've seen them play is not the same reason. We saw them chip away at the drives in the first half. The Panthers have been pawing at it all game. They've been getting a few here, a few there. I know it's a corny way of saying it, but it's what they've been doing. And they'll run again, pounding the rock. This time only a couple of yards. It's enough to get a 1st. And another fresh set of downs.
I mean, Sterling's defense can't be letting up these kind of 1st downs all the time. I mean, back in the 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, they were kind of letting it slide. It was like, okay, but like now in the 2nd quarter when you're down and you need to get the ball back. You can't be letting them get all these chunk play runs, getting these first downs.
The second half, especially when you start with the ball,
here.
anticipating a counter. Looks like he'll go to throw that one. Almost intercepted. Stewart almost got there.
Got a flag in the backfield. It's
flag in the backfield.
Probably in a position of a holding because the flag came out before the hit on the QB. Chop block. That's a personal foul. I think that's 15 yards.
They got it on the offense, looks to be.
Personal foul against Collinswood.
Let's see.
We're looking at fakes the shovel.
So what we're looking at is an offensive lineman like diving at the legs of one of Sterling's defenders.
Try to see.
So let's see 54.
Yeah.
Yeah, 54 dives into the knees of.
Yeah, you just can't do that.
Can't tell who.
That might be O'Donnell.
Yeah, dives into the knees of
Julian O'Donnell.
That's just, you can't do that.
That's 15 yards and a huge setback for Collinswood.
And it's something. This is something that Sterling has to take advantage of. What is this? 1st and 25?
Seems to be. Ball directly at midfield.
Yeah, Sterling has to take advantage here and find a way to get a stop. 1st and 25. This is a golden opportunity to go get your offense back on the field.
It's a situation. If you let up another fresh set of downs after something like this, it really shows they're getting to it. 1st and 25. The man in motion. Goes to dump it off.
Yeah, baby. Oh, what a play.
Lovely stop. Elgin Baylor can't get anywhere on that one.
Did an awesome job of beating the initial blocker, getting around him and finding where the ball was going and making a sure tackle. Awesome play. Negative play on 1st and 25. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Justice Schley's been so good at getting to those tackles in those narrow spaces. So is a lot of the secondary and the linebacker corps. He's right there. And they go back 2 yards. 2nd and 27. Maybe 2nd and 26.
Man, they're giving favorable spots here. I thought he lost 2 yards on that play.
Maybe that's where his legs were, but the ball was still down right ahead. 2nd and 26.
Motion.
Ball on the 49. Man went in motion. Deep ball.
Wow, what a catch.
That was caught. My goodness.
That's an unbelievable catch right there to keep the feet in as well. We see the replay there. Just kind of heaves it up there, hoping. Nobody was really open.
I mean, you got 2 defenders on him. That's a tough catch to make with 2 defenders on him.
I mean, the ball was really thrown pretty well. I mean, nobody else could get it except for his guys. We got a good angle here. So you get 2 feet in.
Yeah.
Well, you only need one in high school, but he got 2 and a knee. So
really tapped it in.
That's just a good catch. I mean, still, more adversity for the Sterling defense. How are you going to respond?
Craziest part about that, it's still 3rd down. It's 3rd and 6.
They moved too. They moved.
Not sure who
I don't know who
called on.
False start.
They call false start. From the looks of it. Another huge setback.
It's helpful.
3rd and 11.
Still 3, guys. Still 3.
You can see right there, looks like it's on the far side of your screen. Just a little jolt's all you need. Get a false start.
3rd and shorter than we would like.
Yeah.
But still 3rd and long in the grand scheme of things. 3rd and 11.
Who wants to make a play?
3 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. Collingswood's hanging on to this lead by hanging on to the ball. 3rd and 11. Way under center.
Counter.
Counter run faked. Finds an option. Goffrey still going. Wants the first. Taken down real close. Is it 4th and inches or is it another?
Looks like it'll just be short.
I want to see this as close as I can. Jaden Davis. So lucky Jaden Davis didn't catch him.
Yep, they're calling it 4th down.
And they'll call it 4th and inches.
Hey, be ready for this QB sneak here. They've been running it all game and they found success.
Looks like they're going to do a push formation almost.
Oh. They're really experimenting. I think he got it.
Yeah, looks like he got it.
They're saying they can't push at high school. Someone just explained they can't push.
Yeah, it's actually was a rule in the NFL that actually changed pretty recently. You couldn't push or pull the ball carrier as a member of the offensive side. But that rule has obviously since changed in the NFL. I don't think it has evolved into the high school and college levels.
I don't think he got pushed. I think there was a block that kind of ended up shoving towards him. Ends up happening. 1st and 10 after what looked like a guaranteed 3-and-out kind of scenario from that spot.
Bend, don't break.
Now on the 24-yard line. Collinswood's got nothing but momentum to ride off of. Another handoff. He gets through. Houdini from the backfield, keeping it going. Around the 14.
Something going on the far side of the field.
Something on the
had to break up 2 players there, but
we cannot lose in our turf. No,
how does he get through that?
I mean, he's like a magician out there.
He's been getting skinny in those holes. It's been impressive to see him run tonight. Like as tight as the gaps have been squeezed in by the Sterling's defense, he's just been able to. I don't even know if he's turning
He's like
shoulders.
a stick of butter out there.
He's getting skinny and getting through the holes, and then obviously making plays beyond that as well in the second level.
Coach handed him the recipe, said warm the butter, and he did just that. 1st and 10 again, on 13. Hands it off once again. Goffney down to about the 4-yard line.
Another big hit by Jermaine Stewart, but you hate to see it get to the second level like that. They're just doing a simple zone read, a zone run where the offensive lineman pretty much just block who's in front of you. There's a couple double teams mixed in there, and then the running back finds the hole.
I don't know if
we just can't get pushed back like that.
Not sure if Collins is going to let this quarter run out. Looks like they might. Yeah, they're going to let this clock run out on the 3rd quarter, it looks like. So as we get back in action, wait a minute. It's a timeout, late timeout. We didn't hear any whistle or nothing for it. We're going to keep this going. But now the clock's running. Big confusion regardless. As the 3rd quarter comes to a close, the 4th quarter ensures at least one score based on the field position, but you never know in a game like this to keep swinging. Still 18-14. Be back shortly with the 4th quarter action. Come back for some 4th quarter action. We're jumping right into it. Collingswood looking to just run one in. And they will. 2nd touchdown for Caden Luby, it looks like.
Looks like it might just be short.
It might just be short. They'll call it.
Yeah, the near side official's calling him at like the half-yard line. From here, it looked like he got in, but.
Let's take a look one more time here. Caden looks like he cut in. No, yeah, I see what they're saying.
Yeah. No, that's a good call.
It's a really good call.
Somebody's got to make a play.
1-yard line.
I'm expecting Coach C, they're in a double tight formation with 3 backs in the backfield. They're running the ball here.
And they will. Luby this time will fall in. Now 24-14.
Is this official going to give us a signal or what? Can we get something?
Here.
I mean, I guess we can just assume it was a touchdown. We didn't get really any signal at all.
Yeah, I mean, he just falls in.
Looks like they will be attempting a PAT now. 2nd extra point attempt from Collingswood. Looking to make it an 11-point game. Already a 2-possession game. Lower snap.
Sterling's offense has to respond here. They got to go drive down the field. Can't really be methodical about it. We're in the fourth quarter now. You got to go drive down the field, score quick. Defense gets a stop. And then what are you going to do?
Even though it is way early in this fourth quarter, you do kind of have to feel like you got to run a 2 or 3 minute offense as quick as you can with it.
I mean, you're down 2 scores. It's not like hurry up on the ball quick, but you need a sense of urgency.
It's have some pace. As we take a look once again, this coming Monday, live on Channel 19 and YouTube, October 6th, girls volleyball coming off of a win here on an away game. They'll be back here at the Castle hosting Seneca at 5 p.m. Again, see it on YouTube, Sterling TV 19, or live on Channel 19. It's going to be a fun one. That squad, I'm excited to see it. I'm Max Zubak, joined by Gavin Murphy and Jason Scholes, and what has been the most hurdles Sterling has had to go off of throughout a game. They're down by 11 minutes to go, most of the fourth quarter to go. How do you go into this current situation outside of obviously playing quicker?
I mean, hey, they're facing adversity. This is something that has to happen, especially once you talk about the playoffs. You're always going to be facing adversity in a playoff game. You almost have to feel like this is a playoff atmosphere, playing a rival like Collingswood. You're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. How are you going to respond?
Getting ready for a kickoff. There's maybe some slight confusion as to what's going on.
Missing a guy.
Now the ball will be set. I mean, Sterling's best hope for a time saver is a really good kick return, which we've seen happen before.
They've done some squibs so far, but kick it deep.
Around the 15s where this one's fielded. Tirado's return stopped around the 32. Not at all hard to work with field position.
You're not at a point where you have to start airing the ball out and passing on every play. You could still run the ball. You could still give it off to Stewart, let him get his yards, and just drive down the field.
I mean, from what I've seen, I would definitely be trying to find a way to throw over the middle a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it in your playmakers' hands however possible. You got to get it to your guys who you know can make plays, whether it's in space or whether it's running up the middle with Stewart or whatever it is. Just got to get your playmakers the ball.
First and 10. Hand it off to Stewart. Using the counter run that's been used against them most of this game. Maybe a gain of a yard or 2. Take a look at it. I mean, this has been a run. We haven't seen Sterling really come out and play with the counter run. They don't use it too much. It's normally a dive kind of deal. Or an option. That time around was a straight counter run that gave him 2 yards. Same formation. This time Badalini drops back. Jaden Ollie Ward trying to wrestle for some more yards. Maybe got a few on that one. Third down.
I mean, this offense isn't really getting much going here. I mean, you just got to get one guy to break free, get a good chunk of play.
We need a splash play to start turning the momentum back in our favor. Right now, Collingswood has all the momentum with the lead, with a couple stops in this half, too, and then obviously their touchdown.
Gain of a yard off of that play. What I didn't love, he had a little more time to let the play develop, and he just went straight for that first option, which we had said before wasn't the case. We see
Jaden Ollie Ward.
Jaden Ollie Ward might have had a bit of a problem with the ankle after the play. Took some time to get to him, and there'll be a break for the injury. Our athletic director Sean Klink takes a look. Take a look at the Sterling football schedule. Next week at home, Clayton. Clippers will come to town. The only loss Clayton has thus far in the season is to the Collinswood Panthers. And then the next 2 regular season games will be both away. First to Lindenwold, and then to take a trip to Haddon Township to have their second and third away games of the season. But a very home field advantage kind of season for Sterling, and I think that's fair to take a look at both Collinswood, the step teams down there, as well as Sterling cheer. Doing the alligator, always fun. Even see some staff in there. We see Miss B in there.
I mean, the alligator's always fun when it comes around. Gets the kids moving, gets the kids getting excited. Even if you're down here in this part of the game,
All right, we got a 3rd and 7.
They've been doing math down.
Got to get a first down here.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 35. Badalini rolls out a bit. Looking for someone to throw to. Can't quite get it to Tame Sally. 4th and 7 now. Trying to look at what might have happened here. He had some time, not too much pressure. Let that one go to what looked like an open Tame Sally, but it could have been picked there by number 15, Jaden Wesley, if he wasn't too careful.
Looks like they're going to punt.
They might try to catch him off for another 5 yards again, but it's not the most productive drive.
Let's watch for that snap down. Watch for the front of the line, front of the protection to snap their hand down before the ball is snapped. It's not a false start, but it's something that could influence.
They're going to fake it. No, it was just a bit of a stumble. Maybe a fair catch around the 40.
A little bit of a high snap. Punter did a good job of kicking that away.
The turnaround made me really think they were going to try and throw something there. They wait for what appears to be the magic wand.
I mean, hopefully we can get a little bit of magic going over here on the Sterling offensive side and defensive side to get a score with 9:40 left to go in the 4th.
They might have asked them, they might have said, let me see you Disney Channel. That might have been what it is.
Yeah, we got to see who wants to make a play right now. This is the point in the game. It's 4th down, or 4th quarter. You're down 2 scores. Who wants to make a play?
I mean, if we're talking about betting on who might make the play, I'm betting on 52 every time.
Yeah, let's see Camacho. I'm watching Jermaine Stewart as well here. They're going into the trips formation to the near side. I would expect either a motion or something, but I think they're going to be running this ball.
As they should. They want to chip away at the clock. No better way to do it. They find some room on the run. Gain of about 6 or 7 yards. See a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3 scenario here. Regardless, 2nd and short. I mean, this has been the game plan the whole time. Chip away at the clock, play by play, and just let it run.
Yeah, they've been able to run the ball pretty well. Collingswood has it in the second half. They've been able to move the ball down the field.
I mean, we haven't talked enough about their offensive line. They've just been giving their running backs a gap all night. It's kind of uncharacteristic from the Sterling defensive line to see here, letting this many rushing yards come through.
2nd and 2. Ball around midfield, though. Handoff again. Again has a gap to go through. Stopped around midfield, but that'll be a first down.
What I also want to start seeing out of the Sterling defense is first man in, wraps up, second man, go for the ball. Try and get that ball out. We need it back. Got to get our offense back on the field as soon as possible.
In other games, a lot of good punch-outs have happened for Sterling, and you need to get that energy back in. We need to see more of that physicality, which we haven't seen much of this game outside of a couple good tackles. It hasn't popped the ball out just yet. 1st and 10, ball on Sterling's 49. A little over 8 minutes to go in the quarter. Collinswood with a comfortable lead.
Yeah, they're taking their time too.
It all makes sense.
Sticking to this I formation, definitely a run-heavy formation here.
Counter again, looks like. If not, maybe a little bit of a power O, something like that. Only a few yards on that from Caden Luby, senior. And you saw Camacho was ready for it. It was just a good block from the offensive line to keep him where he was.
Yeah, the holes have been opening up, especially in this second half, and the running backs are doing a good job finding them and getting to that second level.
Stewart was there again to wrap him up. 2nd and 6 now. Ball on the 45. Sterling needs a big play. Collingswood needs patience. Another handoff. Not as good of a run as before. Only a couple on that one. 3rd and short. Looks like Caden Luby might be hurt a little bit after that one. Stayed down a little bit after the play. Should be good. A little bit of discomfort. He's holding his knee a little bit. Looks like he'll stay on the field. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 42. Both sides have all timeouts.
It's got Gotta be now. Gotta get the stop now. Time's dwindling down. Under 7 minutes left in the fourth. Down 2 scores. It's gotta be now.
This might be a time when they whip out.
They might have to call a timeout here. Yeah.
They will.
They let the play clock get real low. We saw the guy on the ref on the near side with the red wristband. Once he steps out and starts poking his hand out, that's when it's dwindling down.
Next few TV games again. Monday will be girls volleyball against Seneca Golden Eagles. Then we'll wipe the medal off. October 9th, boys soccer will host the regular Eagles of West Deptford, and then a day later, football back on the turf with the Clayton Clippers heading over to the Castle, which should be another interesting game for us.
And it should be a good week of sports coming up here for Sterling.
Remember, this game is not a division game, while Clayton's is, which that might be a bit telling, as Clayton, another team to point out, they are 4-0 in the division, but their one game, if we take a look, Sterling and Clayton, both unbeaten in the division at 4-0. Sterling, with the way it's currently going, their only loss would be an out-of-division school, and Clayton's only loss was to Collingswood, both being out of division. That might just show a bit of a gap between how these divisions play, and I think that's very fair, and that might mean Sterling and Clayton are going to be really close in skill level come next week.
I mean, it should be a fun game to watch.
Sticking to that I formation.
3rd and 3 once again.
With the 2 tailbacks stacked up.
Didn't quite get him to jump. Another run, finds the gap, finds his footing once more, down to about the 39-yard line, and they'll keep the chains moving.
I mean, they're really just letting up too many yards here on the defensive side. It's not much like you've seen in the past few games, where their run defense is getting the ball out real quick.
If you saw towards the left of your screen on the end of that, they absolutely flattened out Jake Churchill with a block. Try to look towards the middle. He goes down, and then another person piles onto him. He can't have any chance to help out. Total pancake block there. Now Collinswood again. Keeps it pushing. Half of the fourth quarter already gone.
I mean, if you're Sterling here, you just got to hope to poke the ball out and get it back.
And Treely hands it off to Goffney again. Goffney taken down after maybe a yard or two. Goffney and Ruby have been the 2 real major stars of this offense. The run game has been immaculate throughout these 4 quarters.
I mean, Goffrey is really their just go-to guy. If Sterling's here, they really just got to target him right now, because it doesn't look like they're throwing much to anybody else or giving the ball to really anybody else.
And then Camacho was there for that tackle. 2nd and 8. Ball at about the 32. Collinswood could seal the game with a field goal at this rate.
Again, the double tight I formation. They're running the ball. The whole stadium knows except for me.
Going to pass. They pass to his favorite blade of grass.
Flag on the flag.
That is so late. That is so late.
A very late flag. Not sure exactly who it's on. We'll try to see one more time where this might have come in. The ball was going nowhere.
I mean, they contact each other, and the ball's not catchable. Yeah, they're waving it off. I mean, this guy throws it from 20 yards away.
Just tested his arm strength, as you do. Saw Sirianni do with the challenge flag a couple weeks ago. Yeah, they were wrestling with each other. The ball was closer to the pylon than it was the receiver. Now 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and I mean, they initiated contact together. It's not like the receiver was trying to make a play on the ball. He was trying to make a play on the defender somehow.
They both decided to dance that dance.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to thank some of the Collinswood kids for their TV broadcast. They're doing the broadcast with us tonight. Both in the truck and helping out with some of the cameras. Big thank you to them. One of them is Mr. Carty's son. Doing some graphics and camera work once again. Big thank you to them. Doing a great job. His arm out.
3rd and long.
Getting them out here for this game. Appreciate their help. 3rd and 8 for Collinswood. Want to keep the chains moving. They look to pass. Dumps it off to Gaffney again. He gets through. And the Chains will be moved once more. 1st and 10.
I mean, you really just had to punch that ball out there. Sterling wanted really any hope of getting the ball back right now. Gaffney has just really been getting the ball. It's not much you're going to do with him.
It's upsetting because it looked like, see Coach CJ Barrett there. I mean, it looked like O'Donnell might have had a hand on the ball too. It just couldn't quite unravel the grip that Gaffney had on the ball there. It's been hard to do that all night. Now ball on the 22. It was exactly enough to get 10 yards on that last play. They shovel it. O'Donnell again trying to chase him down.
Flag on the play.
Sorry, there's a flag on the play. Could be around holding territory. Is down around the 10, but again, some dirty laundry out on the turf.
There's just a lot of dirty laundry tonight.
Someone got a hamper.
Holding offense.
Holding on the offense going to be the call. And this is the kind of the break that Sterling needs. They need to be able to stop the clock with these calls as well as get a second to put themselves get a little bit of the advantage because they haven't had it at all in the third.
Yeah, Max, at this point in the game, down 2 scores, almost 4 minutes remaining left in the game. You're kind of in desperation mode. I talked about the first guy goes in there, wraps, second guy comes in, goes for the ball. But at this point, the first guy's got to go for the ball. You need a turnover in this situation.
If we see, there's one of our Collingswood. It's Mr. Carty's son there on camera 1. He's locked in. He is locked in on the camera.
He's doing a great job. Doing a great job.
Wish we could pay him. There's the wave. See you 1st and 15 now. Another run from Gaffney, and it's going to be 6. Seemingly iced the game. 31-14.
I mean, there's really nothing you can do much here. After that great run play, you can see here again. They just get a great hold there on the offensive line, and he just breaks free. Number 23 going to give another 6 to the Collingswood. Bring it up 31-14.
We kept on mentioning this formation, this I formation, instead of being really tightly knit this time around, they let the first runner get faked to and have him be that early blocker. And the second run, Gaffney had all the time in the world. The gap was already made by the first runner that was the false runner. The PAT is
looks to be blocked.
Tipped by Sterling. It will remain 17-point lead for Collinswood.
I mean, you got to give credit to Collingswood. They've come out in the second half, and they've just been able to impose their will, not only from the defensive side of the ball, keeping Sterling's offense off the field, but the offensive side of the ball.
Got another wave.
Running the ball really effectively.
Kenny from Collingswood doing our jobs on camera 4. All I know about him is he's good at cameras and he knows that he likes to wave. Take a look at who's just above us in the box. Take a look at some of the cameras we got up there.
Richie
and Jason up there on the cameras. Always giving us some nice wide angles up there. Take a look at someone left their helmet. But that's a good representation. The helmet on the one side. It's felt like all of the... There's been a lot of hard-headedness on trying to make certain plays work for Sterling. And I feel like that helmet kind of shows it's been divided from what the game needs sometimes. And like the screens that they're going for, they got pick 6 off of. Things like that is where I see that happen. I mean, the offensive line, I mean, that's precisely why Collingswood is winning. Obviously, the runners have been great. The passing has been all right whenever they go for it, but that O-line has really helped out the Panthers a lot.
Yeah, like I said, the second half, they've just been able to impose their will on the Sterling defense and push the line of scrimmage ahead and move the ball really effectively.
The return gets stopped around the 25. Bit of a dogfight around the 40. And Isaiah
It's all right, it's football.
And Chase Sparagowski. Collinswood with a 17-point lead. Sterling with a little under 4 minutes to work with. It's a 3-possession game now. It's feeling like at this point you just do what you can to try and make it a little bit more worrying for the Panthers. If I'm Sterling, again, what I wanted before. I want to see some in routes, some slants. I want to see things like that integrated with the run. You got to work efficiently to get these first downs.
I mean, at this point, you really just want to see a guy get open. They haven't really had a guy wide almost the whole second half as they get a run here. Not much.
About 4 or 5 yards maybe for Jermaine Stewart. He's been having a really solid game. It's just the team as a whole has not been able to fully make these plays.
I mean, this is a wake-up call for Sterling. I mean, they've been blowing teams out. They've been having a lot of success this season so far, but a game like this is really humbling for the entire team, and they have to find a way to have a good practice week this week and take it into next week and really play tougher than they have tonight.
He runs again. Stewart gets maybe another yard, looking at about 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 5.
Because they got Clayton next week, that's going to be a tough test as well.
The division game, Clayton, another team that shares the stat of only having 1 loss, and that loss being against Collinswood, and Sterling looks to be following in their footsteps as of now. 3rd and 4. Sterling pitches it to Stewart. Had a hole but gets stuffed.
I mean, they're really just getting nothing. Every offensive drive, you're just going to see someone from Collingswood come up right behind a guy from Sterling.
And you see there, he has to cut in, which isn't what you want from that kind of play. You want to have an outside run to get the yards you need.
Yeah, you want to get your guy out in space, like you said. Get to the outside, get him in space, give him the opportunity to make a move on a secondary defender.
It's the moon.
It's a great shot of the moon here.
There we go.
I mean, it's lovely to see. It's 4th and 4. They're going to go for it. A quick pass down
Looks
the
like he
field.
gets a moon ball here. Just a little bit too much oomph, like before.
Instead of a moon ball, we got the result of a couple shots of moonshine. A little bit of a rougher throw, but that's been okay. Then very mild mistakes like that hasn't really happened up until this game. Outside of today, Battling has been really solid on plays like that, so he'll know throughout the next week of practice to really hone in on getting those long balls down, because it's been really solid up until tonight.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half of this game, we talked about it was a ping-pong game, back and forth. Momentum was swinging all over the place. And honestly, in the first half, I thought Sterling looked like they were playing better overall football. They ended up being down at the half, but they had a couple splash plays from the Collingswood side that were able to get them the lead. And then they kind of just came out a little flat in the second half.
I mean, it went from a regular ping pong game to a game with Mount Newtonian ping pong. He kills everything. 1st and 10 on the 34. They'll just get into the victory formation. As Collinswood will take this one with a lead of 17, 31 to 14. And if you're going to the locker room, what kind of talk can you give to a team that, after a loss like this, you might feel a bit dejected? I mean, it's your first loss of the season, not what you want to see, especially when you've been honing in on a team that you knew was going to be a challenge for the last couple of weeks.
I mean, yeah, obviously this is an unfortunate outcome to the game, but there's still plenty of football left to play this season. And you have to go back. You need to make the necessary adjustments. What went wrong? Go look at the film. What went wrong? How can we fix it? Have a good week of practice this coming week. And then go. We're here at Clayton, or they're away at Clayton?
We're here.
We're hosting Clayton.
Well, we're hosting Clayton next week, so take care of business that week and get yourself back in the win column.
It's going to be our last home game. It'll also be the homecoming game. We're here. And then it'll be 2 away games to finish out the regular season for Sterling.
I mean, we knew these Collingswood Panthers were going to be a tough uphill battle to take on tonight, but we didn't think it was going to be this far off the scoreboard with a score. It looks like it's going to be a final of 31-14 for the Collingswood Panthers. Collingswood, my bad.
I'm just thinking about, you don't hear Panthers and issues when you think of football.
No. You don't hear Panthers scoring very much.
You're thinking of Bryce Young and some problems. That's what we're normally thinking of. So this time around, you think of a 31-14 win. A lot of celebration from the Panthers side as Sterling will take their first loss on the season over a month in. They approach their final home game against the Clayton Clippers next week. After it was a challenging battle, take a look at the Phillies skyline. We've got Phillies tomorrow. We've got some talking to do tonight. Collingswood Panthers take the victory over the Sterling Silver Knights 31-14. We'll be back live on Monday for girls volleyball. Coming back to you back on my favorite shows with Gavin Murphy. Have a great night, and as always,
Go Knights.